That's where the ship will land, in the area of Newcomb Crater. As usual, the flight pattern will be remote controlled from the command center on Earth under the ALO system.
What exactly is the aim of this moon flight, Mr. Morland?
Exploration of the areas around the Newcomb Crater and the Nubium Sea. A most difficult and dangerous task, and one of extreme importance.
How did you choose the crew for this flight, Mr. Morland?
They were selected on the basis of experience and of compatibility. Projection? Major Perry Rhodan, the command pilot of the Stardust program. A former NASA astronaut who's logged more flying hours in space than any other pilot. Apart from this, Rhodan has already made 2 flights to the moon and commanded the recent and highly successful Mars reconnaissance team. Next, we have Captain Bull, who's second in command in the operation. He's a specialist in astral propellants. Here we have Captain Faber. He's an authority of many years' standing in the radio and laser telecommunications field. And Dr. Manoli, who'll be team medic. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope I've managed to convey the essential points of the Stardust flight to you.
What essential points, Mr. Morland?
Sorry, sir, but I've told you all I know. Just a second. Yes, Morland.
You know, I'm certain he's been holding back on the reason behind this Stardust thing.
Yeah, he's like the goose with a golden egg, huh?
Thank you, Mr. Michaels. Well, control tells me the countdown's begun. The liftoff's in 38 minutes.
All 3 stages are fueled. Computer readings are constant at D411. How do you read, Rhodan?
All systems are go.
7.
Then I'll say good luck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 0 plus 1, 0 plus 2, 0 plus 3, 0 plus 6, 0 plus 9, 0 plus 10.
First stage complete.
Acceleration.
12 to 1 constant.
Velocity.
26,000.
Course.
Steady on 1944.
Congratulations. We seem to have had a perfect liftoff again, Michaels.
Thank you, sir. Let's hope the rest of the flight is as smooth.
For the moment, my main worry is to keep the real reason for this flight well and truly secret.
I must admit our space program has always fascinated me, but this Stardust flight I find particularly interesting.
I have something here you might enjoy listening to, sir.
Yes.
A tape recording of a closed meeting of Intercosmos.
Why is that so interesting?
Because it explains the real reason behind Stardust.
Let's hear it.
About 6 months ago, we took samples of rock from the Newcomb crater using a robot drill.
We know that, Professor. Just give us the facts.
To put it briefly, these samples indicate that under the fine porous surface of the crater, there exist small deposits of an almost pure metal, which has an atomic density much greater than either cobalt or lithium. If our supposition is correct, then this metal is incredibly valuable.
In fact, beyond value.
But you must have had some idea of this, Mr. Arkin.
I admit I had heard a rumor. We must keep our ears open for the reports on it.
And then, Mr. Arkin?
If they find it, we'll take it.
But what about transportation? The moon's a long way.
That's just a matter of organization.
Ferguson? The Coast Guards. They searched the San Lorenzo and found the drugs.
They were painful, don't worry.
But the captain and the crew, they'll try to make a deal.
You're afraid the men are going to talk?
Yes, sir. They know enough to break us wide open.
You'd better inform Sector 9, an explosion in the engine room. None of the hands are to reach port.
Right, sir.
It is done, sir.
Good girl. Nicely manicured.
What does the computer say, Flipper?
Our orbital entries in 48 seconds. Retros around. Angle of incidence exact.
Good. All right. Restore your respiration pill. And put your helmets on. Stardust calling command center.
Command center to Stardust. Reading you loud and clear.
Stardust ready for landing phase.
Roger, Stardust. We're beginning the retro countdown. Now. Completion of first retro phase. How'd it feel?
No worse than a fist in the stomach.
The remote system has you riding an elliptical pole-to-pole orbit.
Exact. We're over the top pole.
Second retro phase on your third orbit. That'll be in 9 minutes, 47 seconds.
What the devil's going on? Computer must have gone crazy.
Both the automatic line boosters are gone.
All right, stay calm. We'll land with manual control. Try putting in the gyroscopic stabilizer.
Hey, baby, fair deal, huh? I didn't go and buy that return ticket for nothing.